Alright, what's up guys? Just waiting for people to come in, join. Okay, cool. What's up, chat? This might be a rough one. I was up late last night. Want to watch the new, or not new, but like, it was a, they had Gundam Wing at the theater. Gundam Wing Endless Waltz. So, yeah, of course I'm going to see that at the theater. But yeah, it was like a double feature, and there was what, I forget, the Iron Orphans or something like that, Iron Blooded Orphans. It was yeah, first hour and a half I didn't care about, and then yeah, I was only there for the second hour and a half, or that's the only part I wanted to watch. So okay. Oops. Yeah, so we're gonna look at this ticket again. I think we had some code for that, and then we also let's see. Cool. All right, people are in here. Let's do it. Ooh, Claude Code upgrade. All right, I'm down. Oops. So yeah, if I'm moving slower and I do dumb stuff, it's because I was up late and then I still woke up early because it's just the popcorn butter just gets me. Just the popcorn butter just woke me up. I had to go to the bathroom at my normal time. Like I was up late and then I'm still up early. So I'm yeah. Does $200 plan give you infinite limit? Nope. Still finite. Still have bars, because Anthropic still needs to get paid. This is weird. Actually, let me. Oh, Claude. I'm just gonna use Claude to pull from main and use the latest Gas Town because that's what we should be doing anyway. Pull latest main from Gas Town. I need to go to my fork. I need to sync the fork, I believe. Oh. There we go. There's the fork. But yeah, if I do dumb stuff on stream, don't hate me. Okay, I think I synced the fork. Pull this man from Gas Town. And update GT. Build and locally. All right, we've got installed beads, latest beads. Cool. But yeah, what we're gonna be doing today is liking and smashing that like button and subscribing. But after that, we're gonna work on this agent agnostic engine with multi-provider support. This is a big ticket somebody asked for. Related. Number 5. Support. Oh, okay. Just open code support. Okay. One of these days I'll try open code. see. Yeah, I watched all your guests. Thank you so much for posting these. You're the only one doing it. Not a software engineer, so I've been grinding gears to figure out. Oh, geez, you're really you're really down for vibe coding if you are, uh, if you're not even a software engineer trying to use Gas Town. That's amazing. Thanks for watching. Right now I'm using Claude to update Gas Town. It's going through merge conflicts. Oh, okay. Let me just do GT down. There's a process recreating file. Okay. All right, we turned everything off. Continue, try to True Vibe Coder, been at it for a year. Don't know what a merge conflict is. What have you built, Kyle? Kyle Walker 5. Do you have a repo or anything that you've worked on? Post to the chat. "10 years real estate investing. Dang. Try and build stuff for my industry." Cool. No, I think that's the new thing is like, well, not even the new thing. Like back when I was in college, they were saying that, ooh, sudo move. What are we? Okay, yeah. Yeah, so when you see this, you have to pay attention. Maybe if you, like, when you see this word sudo, that means super user do. And it's going to do, like, special permissions. Admin permissions. Cool. All right. No go files. Okay. Morning, SN Bart 0. Uh, 100% vibe coding. Cool. Yeah. What is going on? Type mismatch bug. Do we have a broken, like, main? I mean, yeah, looks like it. But yeah, back in college, they were like, when I was studying computer science, they were saying that it's like the supporting infrastructure for anything, right? Like you can use code to support any industry. To like people were doing a big thing was like bioinformatics. Like we had a lot of like that was the early machine learning, applying machine learning to like DNA and stuff. So it was really interesting to see that, like that early, like you can really just take code and apply it everywhere. But yeah, now it's to the nth degree of people in, like, it was the people in the industry plus like a computer science person, a programmer, like working together. But now it's real estate investing people just doing things by themselves, which is cool. So now it's like, instead of two people, like one person you would have to have a technical co-founder with your domain expertise. But now Now it's just you can just do it. Now you can just roll your own. Okay. There's a build bug. Okay. All right, cool. So we eventually got Gas Town, latest Gas Town installed, but what did it cost? Um, Gas Town may attach. Actually, literally, what did it cost? Cost us. We started the day at 3% usage. We used 2% trying to update Gas Town. Same here. I'm a civil engineer. Cool. Nice. When do you when do you choose to use Gas Town? Only on large ass tasks. I was trying Ralph Wiggum and almost got to work, but it should be used for small tasks. I feel like like if you're trying to do well, I mean, Steve Yegi in his first article was like, if you're trying to run like many different agents at once, it's an agent orchestration framework. So if you're trying to spin up a bunch of stuff like in parallel, that's when you'd want to use it. I feel like maybe Gas Town, potentially the latest Claude breaks Gas Town. I feel like I just updated Claude and now it doesn't work with Gas Town. Because like this Claude, also BMac Tempe, he's using Claude Code now. Oh, so you know I'm a jujitsu guy. That's hilarious that BMac is using Claude Code. Imagine you had some videos of he knows you through the BJ. Oh yeah, no, I BMac commentated one of my matches, and at an ADCC Open, and I like whatever won at the last second, but like I was trying to put two hooks in, and I needed to make an adjustment last second to keep him there. So like I took a hook off, and he was like, "What are you doing?" And like I put it back on and whatever won with a last second back take. But yeah, oh, that's cool. So BJJ coding community is very strong here. Pour the previous Claude bottle. Okay, cool. Will do. Oh man, I have to like manually do that though. Brew. Oh man, this is gonna be rough. Or actually, I've got Augie. Please downgrade Claude Code to previous brew version. So I guess the why I use Augie at work, and I have more usage on it than Claude at work, and it's okay. Oh, don't retain previous versions. Like, okay, downgrade. We need older cast definition. You have one. Okay, yeah, your current version. Yeah. Um, I'll use as an example. Okay. Um, so Augie, it has like this code index that is is nice. Like it, um, you don't have to grep around. It kind of pre-indexes all your code that it is in your directory, and you can search it, and it's pretty cool. I think I like using it with like I like Claude as a daily driver, and then you can use like an Augie MCP server and still get that same indexing, but maybe Claude doesn't know how to use like it doesn't reach for that all the time. So it's just kind of how do we kind of combine these um, in a good way, or like in a like effective way. How does Gas Town? I think Claude broke it for me. That's what we're doing here is we're downgraded Claude. Is Tmux mandatory for Gas Town? Yes. Um, yeah, you want to use it. What was that list? One yesterday. I didn't use it yesterday. Last known good version for me was this. So, or, yeah. Quick explanation of Tmux is actually doing just running multiple terminal windows. So it's as if I am like you see how I have two different tabs here. It's kind of like opening multiple tabs, and you can kind of switch between the different tabs just within the terminal window. Um, yeah, yeah. This must be it must be a Claude Code thing, or all right. I can use the main. I can do the brew command myself if I. 12215 brew. I'll just tell Augie to do it. How's your experience using these tools so far? Is it good? I like Gas Town. You can go super. 1 second, please downgrade Claude Code Homebrew to. So, experience using the tools, yeah, I like it. It's just like I'm not achieving the parallelism while I'm on stream because I'm like talking to you guys and whatever. But it's fine. But yeah, I'm using it just as like an example of just like, hey, this is the tool that I'm using and showing how it works. Tmux is like command center, letting you manage multiple tabs in one window. Push in the mayor. So the mayor is kind of the Gas Town is Claude managing multiple Claudes. So the mayor has kind of a couple different interfaces for talking to these other Tmux instances of Claude. Like it spins up Tmux instances of Claude, and that's how it controls it. And then sends like mail to these different Claudes to like tell it to kick off. And then it can read the Tmux. That's kind of the powerful thing is it can go into the Tmux session, the different Tmux sessions, and read what's going on. That's kind of the beauty of this. It kind of allows programmatic access from one Claude to another. Are you able to achieve desired parallelism off stream yet? I'm doing like real like job work off stream. Basically, whenever I'm, well, I did kind of go crazy with it. If you look at, let's see, I think not this Monday, but the previous Monday, I did. Let's see. Oops. This look gonna fly, like I think gonna fly now is like where or Gas Town but for beginners. Yeah, gonna fly now is like like I opened up, I don't know, a shit ton of PRs against Gas Town, and I was like embarrassed that I wasn't gonna make Yegi like review all of them, right? So because I wouldn't review them myself, like I just didn't have time. So like I created a bunch of code and then I ended up not like merging it. So been trying to use anti-gravity and I have Gemini 3.0 launch Claude and manage Claude. It doesn't work great yet. Yeah, I would. It's a CLI thing. Like you kind of want to work within what it's giving you. I wonder if it's like my thing. Or maybe it's Gas Town. Maybe it's not Claude. Well, I mean, Claude's taking a long time to spin up. Because that's the thing, is like it's the Claude process or whatever. Okay, yeah, there's a Claude process that's been running for like 3 days. So maybe I need to kill that. Maybe that's what's gunking up everything. So you can see, yeah, this one's been running for a long time. So we can say pkill, I don't know why 9, but we can kill that process. PSA. All right, I'm just gonna cheat and use like the activity monitor, force quit. Okay. Let's see. Does it spin up quicker now? Can you use anti-gravity or VS Code, look at the Gas Town folder and C drive and then edit, troubleshoot them? Yeah, but kind of the point of Gas Town is to not look at the code. Like you almost, yeah, whatever's causing Claude to take a long time to spin up. That's the issue here. Do milk. What's milk, Brewman Sniffer? Let's see. Is milk a command or something? Oh, show Bob's. Ah, yes. Sorry, no Bob's on stream. Let's see. PSA. I don't see anything like taking up a bunch of cat bobs. Cat dog? Brew, upgrade, Claude Code. Let's go back to regular Claude Code. Brew, install, Claude Code. Okay. Claude version. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I knew that was taking up cat bombs. You see a lot of that, how that was taking up. Well, I don't. Like, I'm still trying to figure this out. I don't know why Claude is running so slow. It could be my machine right now, but I don't see anything. Like, I'm sure this is. Well, maybe we can ask Augie. Claude Code is running very slow. Please. Starting very slow. Please debug. So I did this the other day with my ZSH because, I don't know, it took like seconds. It always took, I guess, 6 seconds to start up a new terminal. And I just pointed like Augie at the thing and it. Check what's happening. Claude CLI initializes a session. Okay. Sure. Okay. Massive accumulation of files. That doesn't sound like a massive accumulation of 92 megabytes. It doesn't see. Slow because in projects. Really? You sure about that? With 100,000 line cross-section projects. Please just move these Claude files to a backup. So at least I'll keep the files and then it'll either prove the theory right or not, right? So okay. Please upgrade Claude Code to latest brew version. Is this straight? I don't know. It's probably okay. What are we building today, chat? We're trying to fix Claude. Claude was starting up very slow for me. And then I tried, going back a couple versions of Claude. And that didn't work. So maybe it's because it had too many local files, potentially. Who knows? Augie is a different CLI. So it does use Claude Opus. I'm not sure if you can see. Oh, you can't see that on the side. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it uses Claude on the back end, so it's kind of like Claude, but it's not quite. It doesn't have all the secret sauce. Sorry. So it's kind of like Claude. Sorry, I'm fucking with my camera here. It's kind of like Claude in that it does use the Claude model, but doesn't have all the agent like secret sauce. So, okay. So we upgraded Claude Code. Let's just try Claude, regular Claude. Still taking a long time. What the heck? I almost want to restart my computer, but I don't want to end the stream. I wonder is it a terminal thing? What if I start Claude? Oh, interesting. CD GT Claude. Oh, so you see how it's running beads? I think it's trying to do some kind of bead operation. Like there's something going on here. So it's showing BD is blocking. So it's running BD before it even launches, which is interesting. I wonder, is that a hook, I guess? Because yeah, it launches fine here, right? Yes, sure. Yeah, it launches really quick there. But in my Gas Town directory, use strace. No, I don't. Is that does the project need to be saved? Yeah, I mean, if you want to use Gas Town, you have to have a Gas Town directory. Okay, so something with my local beads, BD version. Yeah, so the latest beads version. System traces can be useful. Okay, gotcha. Please figure out why launching Claude is running BD and it's blocking for a long time. I'll find startup hooks. So yeah, this is an ad for Augie, apparently. Is that this is its secret sauce is that you can kind of search what it indexes everything in your code base, and then you can kind of semantic search look for startup hooks or pre-launch hooks or whatever. Dtrust, OSX equivalent. Trust. Oops. Okay, cool. It's taking 15 seconds. Okay, so it's Augie's. It's a Gas Town thing, and then it probably, yeah, it saw the GT Prime as like a hook that it runs since it's in the session start hook. Yeah, cool. So I think the mail is all gunked up here. You kill all your GT tasks. I killed them all already. That was the troubling thing. Was I was running a bunch, or like I still had a bunch. I did a GT down and killed all of them. So I did not imagine we'd go through a system programming exercise here, but this is cool. This is what it's about, right? Like, we're using alpha software. Yes, to some degree. Like, if you exit out of the, yeah, because like I exited out of the, like, I controlled seed out of that, the main window, the mayor window. I believe the other sessions were still running. What does it do internally? Or it might be slow. So yeah, I guess this is an ad for Augie. Now we're working on. Let me update the the title here, I guess. Debugging Claude slowness. Use Ralph Wiggum. I mean, this is a loop. It's gonna loop until it fixes it. So I'm not debugging Claude. BD Demon, CLI. Oh, okay. Wow. So it's trying to use the. I mean, that's kind of like all agents. You can tell it, hey, like, do it until this task is done, right? So fix is simple. Kill all. I'll check. BD version mismatch. Running demons were version 4. Now runs in. Oh wow! Look at that. GT Claude. Cool. Yeah, that's much faster than 15 seconds or whatever. So, I don't know. Maybe it pays to not have Claude, to not have having another agent to work on this. So, anyways, cool. So let's try. What's GT mirror attached? There we go. Let's go. Update so often you have to pull over. I have to pull from main, which is like the main, whatever, the main branch, like the latest version of the changes. Oh, I guess I was on mute that whole time. I guess I wasn't talking, but anyways, the BD daemon was looking the GT mail check command or whatever runs BD because the mail is in beads or something like that, and so we just upgraded BD. We were on a previous, like the daemon was looking for a previous version of BD, so that was causing like the 15-second like timeout or whatever. So we just like killed the daemon, and now it like looks for the latest version. So now the versions are like synced. So do you use Kubernetes and or Terraform work GitOps? Do you use the agent to manage HCL and or manifest? I use the agent for writing Terraform, and then for at least like you can like see what so I've done it for a personal project, having Terraform, like write the Terraform, apply it, and then see what it's doing, and I can look with AWS CLI to see what's doing. And then I haven't applied it to a Kubernetes cluster yet, but I would imagine it's a similar thing where if you have the agent watch the whatever your target thing is, or actually I know I have used it with a Kubernetes cluster. I have used an agent watching a Kubernetes cluster to like debug it. So so it did apply, it did do a Helm install, and then like the agent did the Helm install, and then it also like checked the Kubernetes cluster and kind of like it kicked off a Jenkins build, the did a Helm install. The Jenkins build did a Helm install, so it like was watching the Jenkins logs, and then it was watching the Kubernetes cluster itself and saw the events that were happening and was debugging it along the way there. So yes, agents are super powerful if you give them all of like the tools to work with. If you give them, agents are powerful if you give them access to the same stuff, but at the same time, it's a double-edged sword. It's like you probably don't want to give them like admin access to your prod database and like whatever. It may think, oh, let's just delete the database to like resolve the errors or whatever, right? So you probably could just give it read only to like make sure that your whatever changes it's doing with Terraform are like being applied, because it will try to like cheat and shortcut and like just use say AWS CLI and just, oh, I'm gonna do something real quick here and make like, unless you explicitly tell it to cheat and do an AWS CLI command versus writing something in Terraform. There's it's definitely powerful, but like also just be careful using it. Does that make sense? Okay. We had also, oh shit. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, so we had a makes sense. Thanks. Okay, cool. Thanks, Hardy Hardware. Cool. So we were working on a couple different things the other day, just to kind of get us caught up here. So we were working at deleting the days for how the data even siphons out is a problem. No matter how much you want, no AI is fully updated offline. Yes, I agree. Like that, you're ultimately, you can, yeah, there's always going to be some amount of risk with AI being like trained in a malicious way, right? Like not even like a web lookup prompt injection type of thing, but like there could be developer 2021 creation is key. What is that? Developer 2021 developer survey. What does that mean? Where the hell is the bug? Oh, you're a developer in 2021, 2025. Okay, cool. Anyways, I want to go back to that. Come back to that. Yeah, it's all kind of like risk management though. Like if you, I don't know, yeah, have some crazy prompt injection or whatever. Can you explain top 3 TMUX you had to learn? Yeah, if you have some like crazy prompt injection thing, yes, you have to worry about that. And I've heard people like running their own local LLMs on their computer and then unplugging their network, right? Like that, the only way to get data in or out is just kind of like they're air gapping their computer. So that's a solution to dealing with, like the data siphoning problem. Can you explain top 3 tmux commands you've had to use? Learn to use Gas Town. Basically, you do Control B, Control, hold down Control, hit B, and then you take your finger off Control, you hit S, and now this is like the tmux kind of, you're looking at the tabs here, right? So I can hit Enter or Return, and you go back into that terminal session. So let me kick something off here. Please sling to a polecat, fixing the build on this project. I'm sure it would have figured it out, but so at some point it'll check the patching reg, create an issue for fixing the build. So let's see. Okay, cool. All right. BD create, fix the build. real specific there. So then it should be GT sling. So we can starting the polecat. So you see Control B and then click S, and then now it's we can see all these these are all different Claude sessions running. So we've got Rictus, that's the polecat. Then we've got the witness, and then we've got the refinery, all spun up. So this is the expensive part of Gas Town, is that we've got 4 different Claude instances. Yep, slinging to a polecat tells it to start the assignment there. Yep. So we've got that. Cool. Alrighty. So we are. Yeah, it's slinging. So yeah, target rig, passion. Yeah, cool, great. So that worked. So let's go to this next one. I believe we started some work around this, or actually, wait. I know we had a PR. So we should probably. Yeah, rate limit. Tmux, what you're doing back and forth. 0 tmux. Yeah, so control. So I'm holding down the control button. So I'm on the mayor right now. We can see that we're on the mayor, right? So now I'm holding control key, then B. So now that the control is now down on this thing, and I can down on the tmux. So instead of so like I'm typing here, right? But then now when I hit Control B and I tap S, now I'm back, and like I've popped out of this terminal window, and then I'm focused in on these different tmux sessions, or like I can select a different tmux session. So I can go into here and see what Rictus is doing. Return, and it's figuring this out. So it's okay. So I was like trying to migrate this from Lovable to AWS, and like it's got some like hard-coded Supa-based things. So we'll see. We will see how this works. So yeah, and then let's link to a polecat reviewing this PR locally run all the formula checks for a PR review, the 7 factors or something like that. This is what you've been needing. Thanks. Thank you. I'm going to shill a little bit. Please like and subscribe. And if you find this helpful, but also I have a newsletter. If you like this and you want more, you can subscribe to the newsletter. I just put one out. I put one out every week. I've this is kind of, the streams are where I like build up these ideas about how to vibe code, and then I kind of condense them into these newsletters. So would appreciate a subscribe there as well. Anyways, now I've done my shilling. Sorry guys, need to figure out how to capitalize on this. Okay, so we're slinging to a polecat. Where are we? Yeah. Okay, so we're looking at this PR. I don't know if it works or not. So we are slinging to Gas Town. So see how these are all Claude Code instances. I learned by watching. I read Gas Town blog 3 times. Could. Yeah. Well, I would argue people learn. Well, like you learn most. Like I didn't have a video to watch, right? Like I had to just go and figure it out. So you learn by doing, like that. That's kind of, let me grab a book. So, same with watching all the Gordon Ryan videos. Yeah, well, so I forgot your jujitsu. So you'll appreciate this. I'm a big eco guy too. I am a huge Greg Souders fan. I had him on my podcast like 3 years ago now, and I've studied a lot of eco, and like vibe coding is eco. That's the connection that I've made. So like Rob Gray, How We Learn to Move. It's like, in my, I usually wear like a Cal Poly thing, a Cal Poly sweatshirt or whatever, because the the school's motto is learn by doing. So you can only really, there's knowledge of and knowledge about. So you have to, couldn't even figure out how to get Tmux working. Yeah, kept locking my computer up. Yeah, for sure. Like there's definitely, but you have to like, figure out iterations. You have to like, you learn over time. You learn over like trial and error, and different resources to get you unstuck, I guess, through that trial and error. So, okay. So this is, anyways, this is Jiu-Jitsu eco connection here. Is that vibe coding is the constraints-led approach, just now with computers. So All right, so the witness comment mode, say between tasks, notice again. Cool. Great. So, seven-point code review, issues found. Okay, so it's doing a code review on my PR. Sweet. Oh, well, you're an awesome research bro. Hope I can get Gas Town going soon. Aw, thanks, man. Yeah, I try to, I don't know, speak plainly and like, I don't know, just try to. I don't, I know as much as like, I don't know, like this is new, brand new as of the first of this year, right? Like nobody's an expert in this thing, so it's a yeah, I don't know, it's a weird thing. It's weird to like jump on and try it out in front of people, and I'm glad you get value out of it. Submitted as a comment. Okay, so we got logic correctness. Okay. It's got to be tough. You're literally the only YouTube videos right now. Yep. Yeah, well, Steve Yegi's gonna come out with some content. I'm like, I get that I'm like kind of beating him to the punch. I'm almost. It's like the I think it's the first rule of power, like 48 laws of power. And I only really remember this because E40, the rapper, has a bar. One of the rules of power: never outshine the master. I'm kind of not really outshining the master right now. Like I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm just putting out content. But Steve Yegi's gonna put out content. He's gonna get a bunch of views, and like people are gonna watch his stuff. He's like, he is the authority on this thing. Okay, so minor cleanup suggestions. Okay. Please sling a polecat to address PR comments. But yeah, that's wild, Kyle Walker. That's a it's a small world. Like the internet is a small world. I've been searching Gastown and sort by date for every day for a week. Nice. But yeah, it's crazy that do you train with BMAC? And you mentioned me. Like, how did they even come up? Like, well, oh yeah, you said BMAC's using Claude Code, so yeah, that's funny. All right, so we're gonna. So this is kind of where we're starting to cook here. So DAG is, or oh, Valkyrie, yeah, is gonna address the PR comments. Let's see. Okay, so we fixed push to polecat. Okay, so we push the polecat, and then let's look at the refinery. Nudge refinery for passion mirror chat. So the refinery wasn't doing anything, so I think check for any pending MRs, and then it found a branch. Now I'm in Atlanta, 6-year blue belt, 3 different gyms. BMAC was doing live Do I PGF? Oh, okay. The other day I mentioned vibe coding. Oh, that's hilarious. That was after watch. And the match you posted. Oh, so you saw the the map. My the ADCC match. I mentioned vibe coding this effort. Okay, cool. Yeah, well, so there's hope. I was a 6-year blue belt as well. Yeah, life got in the way. Like, I worked super hard for my blue belt. Like, got it in a year and I don't know, year and a couple months, and then that I like competed a ton at white belt. Oh, the qualifiers. Okay, gotcha. Cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. I appreciate such. I don't know. It's yeah, so weird. Like, uh, dead on. Like we're I don't know. The internet is a strange place. Yeah, the qualifiers. Gotcha. So cool. But yeah, I'll message BMac about vibe coding now. You have a different channel with posted qualifier instead of 10 PHQ. Yeah, okay. Is there? Yeah, and an OT. Yep, yeah, exactly. The 10th planet qualifier. Yep. Yeah. Went against Sam Barboza. Yeah, small world. Super, super small world. Merge cube processing. So okay, cool. So basically hopefully the only things, test end-to-end tests, that this isn't going to work because we're not deployed yet. Could probably use your help, your real software dev. Yeah, maybe. I mean, he's got people too. Like, I'm sure he's got, like, the PGF website, like, didn't make itself, right? So, end-to-end tests. Oh, it must do, like, end-to-end tests, like, locally then. Didn't actually. Do was committed to a dev branch and then merge. Yeah, so this is like a relatively new repo. I would like it, so actually for me to force it to do that, I'll add a branch protection, add classic branch protection rule, branch name pattern main, and require a pull request. So that's, and then I'll require branch to be up to date. Think you vibe coded the website. Oh, okay, cool. Nice. Check. Type check. What other... Basically, this is... So I did a live stream last Friday about... Like, I vibe coded with Lovable, this website that, like... I was using this new AI... The startup they were launching... this kind of like voice chat thing, and I was just using them as like kind of a collaboration deal, and give them feedback or whatever. So now so now it's going to be a common use case for people to like have Lovable apps, and then they need to like migrate it over to AWS, right? So I'm gonna try to like demonstrate that through this kind of example app. So we have type check, lint, end-to-end text, build application. I always just shove everything in the main. Yeah. No, that's not. Yeah, not best practice, but okay if you're just like by yourself and it's just you, and you kind of take responsibility for everything. But if you're on a team, yeah, it's not really good. So we have the end-to-end test. All right, so I'm just adding the branch protection rules here. Require pull request before merging. Require status just checks to pass. So it's cool. All right. So this was deployed on Lovable, or is deployed on Lovable, probably still. So I built it there, and then now I'm trying to like deploy it to my AWS, my like real AWS accounts. So like I have this other example app, Roxas, which, oh, by the way, somebody did this idea, CLI or MCP for moving the Lovable app. What's CLI, or which CLI or MCP? So basically somebody did like this Roxas idea is you take your Git commits, like whatever you push to GitHub, and now you create content out of it. So it doesn't work yet. Like don't like try to sign up or whatever. But the idea was, if you're building with it for AWS, I assume they have a MCP or CLI. Yes, they do. They have AWS CLI. I'm sure they do also have an MCP, but CLI, I generally like CLIs better because it uses less context. But I am deploying with Terraform, which is a infrastructure as code. So I'll show this is like my main kind of my main example project is Roxas, where it has 29 branches. Last week I kind of went freaking crazy on Gas Town. Yeah. Okay. Yes. So this is, see all these polecats. This is when I like really was freaking flying with Gas Town last week, or 2 weeks ago now, I guess. But the main thing I want to use is Terraform. Terraform is infrastructure as code. So you kind of define your different AWS objects in code here. So like a role, Lambda policies, Lambda function, like all the stuff you define as code. And that's kind of like best practice. Versus if you're on Lovable, you have no idea what the backend is, and you don't particularly care, which is like the pro con of that is like, if you're just developing a website and you're just developing a new app, that's fine. If you're just getting something off the ground, but eventually, so you can export it to GitHub. That's where I got this from, right? Like it wrote all this code, and then I'm taking this code and I'm going to deploy it to my real AWS accounts, and we can like really run it in the cloud. Is kind of the goal. Like I'm trying to demonstrate that is like, this is the process for doing that. I've never done it before, but like we're finding out. We're learning by doing here. Okay, so merge that in. Okay, cool. Let's check back in with this pull request, and of course all the freaking checks failed after let's see. All rate limit and witness test pass. Oh, okay. Please slink to Polecat to make checks pass. Okay. And then, so we have branch protection rules for this passion mirror chat thing. It is failing, I believe, because I don't have my AWS stuff set up. Yeah, okay. So here, we are going to go into environments, production. Okay, so it, oh, all right, that's hilarious. I think it, like Claude must have created this, because I don't, or maybe this was part of the Lovable thing. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so we'll go over here, take a look. Oops. Roxas, settings, environments. Yeah. Okay, and then secrets. So I'm going to have to copy. Yeah. So there's all these different, like, oh man, I probably don't need all of them. I probably just need AWS, these AWS ones, because all these are like Roxas specific ones. I just need the AWS ones. So I'm going to let you guys watch this. Warsaw. And then I'm going to add secrets to this guy off screen so you don't hack my shit. Okay, cool. And then let's see. What is this for? AWS East. Okay. Cool. All right, so we set up this dev environment. Oops, yeah. So we added AWS access key ID, region, and secret access key. So that's going to allow it to deploy to, I have a dev environment and a prod environment that I'm currently using for Roxas, but fuck it, we're just going to double up and it'll be like an example, like we'll deploy multiple services within there. So let's say, please fix deploy to dev GitHub environment in Passion mirror chat. Make it very similar to Roxas. Or Sling to Polecat. Please use Shiny. Actually, let me undo this. So Steve Yegi put out a blog post the other day or yesterday. Yegi. Here. A blog post yesterday. Gas Town emergency manual. So this kind of explains a lot more stuff. Kind of like the how things actually should work. Basically, working with your crew. Polecats are ephemeral, unsupervised workers. When you have mirror GT Sling to a rig, Polecat would pick it up. Polecats are best for well-defined, well-specified work. So when you have beads already, so this is the big thing. How do you get those beads? So I need to create on the left side, Gas Town rig workers. So okay, so I need to add a crew. I've never used a crew before, so this is new to me. So maybe I'll update the tile. Gas Town. There's crew. So I'll add a Gas Town add a crew member to the Passion rig. Do you give Claude Code CLI? Yep. You can give it. It can use the GH CLI, and it can go in there and do all kinds of stuff. Super helpful for like debugging builds and things like that. Okay, Polecat. Oh, it's a polecat though, but oh, was it GT Crew Gas Town? Okay, GT Crew add. Can Claude Code manage all your Terraform stuff? Yes, that I'm having it run, or having it write all the Terraform, and then I apply it on GitHub. GT Crew add. What should we name our passion worker? Let's call it, I don't know. So since we talked about BMAC earlier, I'll call him BMAC. GT Crew add BMAC rig. What's the rig? What's the actual rig? Passion rig. Let's call our crew BMAC. BMAC is along the workspace passion. So then we can see passion. Oh, we don't see it yet. Crew workspace starting with ID crew BMAC. But I don't see him here in the tmux. That's interesting. Do I have to like spin him up or something? Right, yeah, I couldn't come up with another name. I didn't have another good name. Let's see. How do I need to like attach GT crew? Crew members. And then do I just run Claude there, or what's the GT crew? What are the different? It's a crew workspace attached to a crew workspace session. So tmux, yes, I've got, yeah, but they're not necessarily all like working and burning tokens right now. Let's see, what's our usage? 13% usage. So it's not crazy. We're not too bad. Like we're not using a ton. It's just, yeah, spun up a lot of different instances of Claude, and that is kind of taxing for like my work computer can't handle all these different instances of Claude. Like my personal computer is a little bit newer than my work computer, and like I have an M4, and yeah, it's handling all these instances of Claude. But for older machines, you may not be able to run all these. So yeah, it doesn't like show in this tmux. I'm just curious, like GT crew attach, right, at attach. Isn't there something in Gas Town where one of them is running around nudging all the different instances? Yes, the witness. And yeah, there's a witness per rig. So we've got guaranteed like 2 Claude instances. The witness kind of nudges a bunch of them within the rig, all the polecats within the rig, and the refinery is where like we try to merge all these different changes that we're running. And then GT crew attach. How are we? Like we're trying to like this is the boot dog. Yeah, potentially. I'm not. Yeah, I don't know all the different like. That's also the case too. I don't know. I'm not totally clear on. It could be the boot dog too. I think there's like multiple levels to this. I'm not totally certain how how these things work. GT crew attach. Yeah, because I don't see BMAC here, right? Yeah. Crew workspaces. Start working with CD. All right, CD BMAC, and then do I say what do I say from here then? Like GT crew attach. Okay, so I have to CD into that directory and then it's attaching to that directory. Okay, cool. I think all right, so now we've got that tmux session up, but it's over here, so I don't know, whatever. Okay, so we made BMAC because we wanted him to plan out. We want to do more planning. Like basically we have like what Yegi was saying here is that the crew, wherever that was, I think I lost him. Yeah, emergency. Yeah, working with the crew. I didn't know what the crew was for, but the crew is like your workers that is talking to the mayor, having file be slinging to Polkast's convoys, which is great for well-defined work, but cycling through your crew lets you have richer, more hands-on discussions with your agents. 3 crew per rig works its way up to 7-8 crew per rig. So where are we coding? We are trying to port a Lovable app right now over to AWS, which I think is going to be a common use case for a lot of people in the future. And I figured, I don't know, it might be helpful to have some content around that. But also, we're using Gas Town. We're also looking at this Gas Town PR, which I made. And all right, cool. The checks pass. Since I'm like talking through this, it's much slower and whatever, I get off track, which is fine, but please sling to a polecat this PR review again, 7-point PR review. But yeah, the crew, this is just, so this tweet is like what I was talking about. It was like my Roxas kind of example app where I was I'm eventually going to build a like as you're coding, you push commits to GitHub, right? The basic idea is that coding is going to, like, the cost of coding is going to zero. So now it's all about distribution. So we need to be able to create content around the thing that we're building while we're building it. And yes, it's going to be more advantageous if we like specifically create content, but like we want to create content as we're doing it to build up an audience and build interest. So the idea is like you take your GitHub project, you connect it to Roxas, you push on every commit or every merge or every version tag. That pushes to Roxas will build a social media post for you with OpenAI or whatever, and then kind of push it out to your different social media channels. So this is my like first example project that I'm not nowhere near like done that we're building. It's just this dude like built it first. he actually went and did it. So kudos to him. So it's he called it Build in Public. That's mine was a play off of Sora, the OpenAI like video generation tool. Like the Kingdom Hearts reading of that is like Roxas is kind of the I forget the term. I forget the name for the thing. The nobody of Sora. So, anyways, so yeah, we've got a couple different like things cooking here. Do you have an AI bot that will post to X for you? No, not yet. I'm trying to build one. I'm trying to build that with Roxas, but I don't. Just looking at my notifications, but anyways, so yeah, we're pushing these it's all kind of slow going here. So, okay. So we're here on BMAC looking at, the Lovable app, and we want to kind of plan more around pushing it to AWS, like porting it over to AWS, deploying to AWS. So please look at the Roxas repo and use that as a template for deploying to PRs. Deploying to the dev environment when PRs are opened through GitHub Actions and running tests on them. Please ultra think and plan with beads what needs to be done. Please use tracer bullet, TDD, outside in TDD, and MVP methodologies to plan these out. Will Roxas create new X account also, or post from your actual X? You'll integrate it with your X account. Like it won't create all these things for you. It will you'll integrate with your like OAuth tokens or whatever. Passion already says, let's find the actual Roxas source code. Where you want to go to and not Superbase. I tried to do AWS, couldn't figure out. Claude Code manages Superbase back and forth pretty well. Just like because I'm a developer and I want to. I see a future where people are going to outgrow these vibe coding tools, there like some people, there's going to be some percentage of people who are going to make a vibe coded app, and they're going to scale way past what Supabase and whoever else can offer them, or it'll get like, they'll either scale way past it or it'll get super expensive, right? So AWS is kind of like the quote unquote real engineering part of, it's what Supabase and all these people probably use behind the scenes. And yeah, they'll scale it for you, but you'll pay an arm and a leg. So running your own AWS account is kind of which is like pros and cons, right? Like then you have to like manage everything yourself. And then, yeah, it's like, do you want to pay Supabase and like have them manage everything? And potentially you are dependent on them if you have this like whatever fast growing vibe coded app that's scaling, and you're really good morning, Andy, nice to see you. So I see a future where there's going to be a market for people migrating people off of the vibe code stack, and complexity matters. If you get it to grow fast, put it in Ferrari engine inside of a golf cart. Yeah, sure. But certain people's golf carts are going to scale, right? Like the just by all of these apps being thrown out there, a certain percentage of them are going to need to be migrated. So I'm going to learn how to do that, I guess. Trying to get my golf cart to move. Yeah, sure. No, and that's the vast majority of content, right? That's the vast majority of people are just trying to create the vibe coded app. But I'm trying to see where the skate to where the puck is going a little bit, and see like, all right, creating an app for me, like you can self-host Supabase as well if you go exponentially and need to mitigate the cost of Supabase, but yeah, you'll still need to run your own infra. Okay, gotcha. Cool, interesting. Self-hosted Supabase. Self-hosting. Install your own Supabase on your computer. Oh, interesting. Okay. Gotcha. And Kubernetes and traffic. Interesting. Cool. Yeah, again, like this is I can see this being a problem in the future, and trying to kind of get ahead of it, and like try to get to where people are trying to go. Okay, so we're planning out how to move our Lovable app with a crew member. This passion mirror chat. Have you tried BMAD, spec kit, or get shit done for the planning phase, then convert to B? It helps to get a solid. I haven't. I've heard enough people to do that, or like enough people have like said, hey, you should do that. I should. It plays well in college. Get the golf cart without worry about scaling, cost cutting, etc. later. Yep, for sure. How does Gas Town compare to BMAD? I'm not sure. Chat thought. I don't know who's used it. Who's used all these BMAD or spec kit or whatever. I haven't. I get the feeling that I should. Sounds like there's like, from what I see, there's like 4 or 5 phases where it's like you design, because it may be like I use BMAD, CodeShift, entire mobile app works, but has a learning curve. Okay, gotcha. Cool. Yeah, so there's like the design phase where I imagine is like the spec, whatever, you really hammer out all the details, and then you convert like to actual plans of like, all right, these are the individual tasks that we need to do with beads that the the agents are going to use over time. And then we really hammer, we can review the design, we can review the beads with multiple agents, and then we implement with one agent, your daily driver agent. You implement all the beads, and then you can review like a PR at the end and like do a multi-agent review there as well. So yeah, I'm probably missing that spec part. I need to play around with that. It's probably Passion already has surprisingly completed PR deploy dev test. Gas versus Roxas template. Now Roxas. Playwright config. Cloud front URL from Terraform output. I don't think it. Okay. Please create a PR and then for the Passion rig, and then verify that it deploys to dev. All right, let's take a look at this. Is a Gas Town feature rate limit intelligent instance swapping. Minor duplication agent format. Okay. Please sling a polecat to address PR comments. Please sling a polecat to address PR comments. Going straight from idea to beads isn't great for me. I need to be able to see the implementation plan in a more human-friendly way. I know there's UIs for that, they're not great yet. Yeah. I guess whatever text it has, like this little whatever work, the little printout here of just kind of like that's been good enough for me. It's just kind of it showing its work there. Opens URL on your browser. Okay. Continue. A coder on the app or device signing to. Oh no. Don't fucking hack me, guys. Okay, still failing. That was workflow scope. Okay, it's all good. Okay, cool. Yeah, there's like I just always have a stack of books now that I refer to. Vibe Coding by Gene Kim, Steve Yegi, super great. They talk about using tracer bullets to help plan. They don't talk about beads in there or whatever, but like they talk about the ideas. This is like that book was written pre-beads, but they talk about how to, like, maybe we should use test-driven development and then tracer bullet methodology of like use a thin kind of broad or not broad, but a vertical slice of like functionality. Like do vertical slice of functionality so you like get through, interact with all your modules of the system, and kind of it's a minimum viable product end-to-end flow type of thing. So that's how I've used beads, and it's worked pretty well. But I also don't like do whole ass apps or anything like that. Like I just kind of do like kind of DevOps stuff, backend stuff, which is more text based anyway. Okay, so we've got a PR up. Add deployed and then tested PR workflow. PR deployed to dev. Credentials cannot be loaded. Load credentials from providers. I provided the secrets though. Oh, because it's trying to look at US West. Check the secrets. I should have AWS credentials. TF state bucket. Okay. Okay. So I do have did configure some secrets earlier for the dev environment. Oh, it tried to create an environment for PR. That's not right. I have these secrets for the dev environment. Yeah, I know it's not like best practice to give it admin access or whatever, like the access key ID and all that, but you know, we're being really hacky here. We're just trying to get it to work. Do you have these additional secrets? I didn't need that for... I don't need the TF state or lock table secrets for Roxas. Do I need them, or can you find them with AWS CLI? Backend dev. Okay, gotcha. So backend dev, what does that do? Terraform, backend dev. Okay, yeah, so it defines these things. Cool. Sweet. As a DevOps guy, what do you think Claude Code is good, and what do you think it really sucks at in your actual job? I think it's great. I think it's good, kind of at everything. You just have to know when, like Steve Yagi, Gene Kim say, when agents lie, cheat, and steal. That's kind of the idea, is that you have to kind of manage their context and know when they are going to try to lie to you. That, oh, hey, whatever. You kind of have to be able to call them out on their BS. But otherwise, I'm probably not going to write another manual line of code ever. Or I do very sparingly. I may not ever, but like I've written all the lines that I'm ever gonna write like now, and then it's just gonna fall off. It's gonna fall off a cliff. Like I've probably written more lines now than I'll write in the future. Or like manually written versus like generated written. So okay. Please do one more PR review, Sling to Polecat 7-point PR review. I feel I told it backend research. Create backend. All right, let me. Yeah, I just know what I don't know. So it could be lying to me all the time. I wouldn't know. Yeah, and that's kind of the pro con of vibe coding with no experience, is that you don't necessarily know what it's supposed to be doing, and maybe you can get it to do stuff that like your expectations versus reality, I guess, right? Like you can probably, you're open enough to like be like, oh yeah, I can vibe code a Lovable app or whatever, and that's good enough for you, right? Versus engineers are probably like, oh, if it doesn't have XYZ, like it's not ready yet or whatever. So like if you don't know what you don't know, you're willing to just kind of ship and like launch it, and you'll see what happens after that, right? Versus engineers, we may be more picky, and we may not build in public as much. What are you building? I'm new. Welcome, Astral Bot X. So we are adding to Gas Town. We are making a PR, intelligent instance swapping. There was an issue here where we want to kind of degrade. So if we run out of like tokens in Claude Code, we would step down to another kind of alternative. So that we're doing that, and then we're also trying to migrate a Lovable app, kind of an example Lovable app that I have, over to AWS. I know that's kind of like overkill. Sounds like overkill. But I can see this being a use case in the near future, as these different these different vibe coded apps gain traction, and you need to start like migrating things and start needing to run on your own infrastructure and scale things up. My workflow right now is having anti-gravity, use Gemini 3.0, do all the code, and use Claude for it to be software engineer manager and does code review. Yeah, I mean, different models are going to have different strengths and weaknesses. Yeah, but the most important thing is just kind of have a consistent workflow, have a workflow. There will be a big need for that. Yeah, I like, so Andy, what you mentioned before, this like self-hosting thing, Supabase docs. I didn't know that you could like self-host Supabase. I haven't looked that much into Supabase. So yeah, thank you for this. I'll probably do an example of that. Vibe is a unique connection between dev, staging, prod, that's live and out there. Yep, exactly. So I think there's going to be like maybe like a migration path of like, maybe they're on Supabase, then they scale, then they go to self-hosted Supabase, and then they scale past that for whatever reason, and then they migrate to like whatever, getting off of like I don't entirely know what Supabase is. Like I just know it's a thing: database, auth, storage, edge function. So these are the products, I guess. So if you, okay, Postgres module, okay, all right. So I guess if you scale past the need for all these things, so migrate to Supabase. Oh, interesting. So if you're migrating off of like a real thing, migrating to Supabase, huh? Okay, off of Vercel. Okay, yeah. I imagine people are going to. It's a solid platform, so it powers all our apps and stuff. Okay, cool. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe like it's. Maybe I'm not like giving it a fair shake. Build a weekend skilled millies. Postgres development platform. Maybe I'm thinking too far in the future, but yeah, at some point, I'm sure people are gonna want to like migrate between these different things, and I have a feeling there's gonna be a whole like industry around this. So, anyways, doing this as a kind of example of how we could potentially do this. Like it's a sufficiently like nasty problem to like deal with. Having messed with both Gas Town and BMAD, I think if we could get Gas Town to use BMAD prompting, it might help it to work a little bit better. Not sure if I fully get Gas Town to make it work best. I have a feeling that BMAD, like it's a series of like prompts, right? Like it's a series of like agents that you design. Like it goes through that whole process. I feel like that's a Gas Town formula. Like you would define BMAD as like a Gas Town formula, as the way you would have the agent go through working through a problem. That's just what I think. What it would do. That's just my impression of BMAD. I haven't used BMAD, but I don't know. You tell me. Okay, we need to create backend, set up Terraform backend. Will likely fail. Why would it? Oh, do I need to like do the initial Terraform backend setup? Is that the case here? Even though for step one, we need to. This is a initial set up Terraform backend. We can't do this on the PR. And then Nimrobo API key. All right, I'll grab that. Is a one-time setup that all PRs share. Each PR gets some state within that bucket. Oh, okay. Passion, Terraform, state dev. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Essentially, it's great for making PRDs give GT work. With it, it's just the workflows for BMAT, I think, would help the polecats, adding a layer of good prompting and workflows for them. Get polecats, it feels like they do now. Gotcha. Yeah, it feels like, yeah. And I'm sure, like, you could probably even just say, like, in a formula, call out to BMAD and just like, hey, run this BMAD process or whatever, and then return, and then like pass that along. Yeah, I wonder if these different frameworks are gonna like potentially interoperate in that in some kind of way, right? Okay, yes, this is one-time setup that we need to run. Excuse me. Right, because yeah, we need to create the bucket in the whatchamacallit. In the Postgres table, okay, or DynamoDB table. Yeah, we probably don't want to mix. That's exactly what I want to try once my weekly limits reset. Cool, nice. Are you on the highest Claude Code? Czar Lors? Or what level of Claude are you on? Or okay. Yeah, so all right. Yes, run setup script locally. Okay. So now let's enough of this guy. Hi. Okay. All right. Yeah, you're. All right. Cool. Hey, my token's fast. Yep. Yeah, Gas Town tends to do that. Okay. All right. So. Please Sling to Polecat. How can we manually test the GT in this PR? PR deploy is now running. Backend created successfully. Now you just need Nimrobo API key. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Token, AWS. Okay, copy. Then I'll go to GitHub over here, so you guys don't hack me. Let's go to, what is it? Bash mirror chat. Sorry, I'm putting the secret in, the Nimrobo API key in off screen so you guys don't hack me, run up my usage. Secrets of variables. Environments. Dev. Let's see. Okay. All right. Added that. Cool. Let's take a look at this guy. Pull requests. It's monitoring. Secrets are. Oh, this is weird. This is. Can you verify? Or it said the repository, not environment level. Oh. No, we want. Please change GitHub Actions workflow to use it per environment at the environment level. Oh. Each PR should not create a new environment. PRs should use the dev environment that exists already. And then the main branch uses the prod environment. Okay. Catching up on the chat. That being said, it was a good 12 epics it ran through overnight. As I told it, automate through them on a project I wanted to see if they could do it. It did. Just didn't fully integrate. Nice. Yeah. It's really cool when you can just let it run. Did you pull Gas Town in its own project folder so it's isolated, or pull it down to your? It is. Yeah, and it's like it's within the GT folder. Like I don't have it running sandboxed, which is dangerous or whatever. But yeah, I have it in the GT folder. What the pullcats were doing together into the whole project. Okay, gotcha. Anyone else find the Gas Town terminology confusing? Pullcats mirror. Yeah, lost me to study. Yep. Yeah, once you start using it, you kind of, I don't know. There's only a handful of things that you use frequently. Like you don't have to worry too much about the deacon or the dog or the whatever. All these other things. I'm sure I'm missing out a little bit by not knowing, but I don't think you really need to know too much. You just need to interact with the mirror at first. I think it failed. List objects. This bucket. Where did it create that? Seems like this build is failing. Yeah, cool. Steve's Liz talked about having his team up for the mayor, also social connect a podcast crew. Just the mayor, it seems to be okay. Yeah. Yeah, just use the mayor, kind of gets you pretty far. Now I'm using the crew. Like this guy is a guy called BMAC. I'm using for the crew is for like a more involved work here. But for well-defined tasks, you kind of can sling to Polecat. Adds rate limit where instance swapping. Adds limits. Configure profiles and town. Create rate limit test. Verify work preserved. What's your workflow for testing CI/CD workflow tweaks? E.g., if you want to test parallelizing jobs versus serial for performance gains. For CI/CD performance tweaks, I don't know what I don't know. I just have the agent run. Like this is local CI account. Oh, okay, gotcha. Right. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's indifferent. Okay. Is it? Okay, gotcha. Yes, please create the bucket in the dev account. AWS CLI should be configured locally. Use dev admin. Okay. Let's see. Sorry, getting back to your question. Workflow testing, CI/CD workflow tweaks, parallelizing jobs versus serial for performance gain. I don't know if I just have the agent work on the CI/CD, and if it's, I don't know, you kind of can separate things out. If you have a long running thing, try to parallelize it. If not, I don't know. I'm not. Do you want to expand on your question? I think I guess, I don't know. Just look at the timing, I guess. Look, I'm not totally sure how to. So what are you needing to attach to the crew that you want to be able to do from there, improves the process? So Steve's post yesterday was saying that the crew is more like, so polecats are for slinging well-defined work, and the crew is just kind of like another Claude Code instance. Like it's a more manual Claude Code instance where you are creating beads in its own like Git work tree and all that. So it's like you're attaching a crew member to a rig, and then that does like more involved manual, not manual stuff, but like it's doing deeper research than like a temporary kind of polecat. And then you like have it do all the planning. Maybe you have all the crew members do the planning, and then you can like give that back to the mayor, and the mayor can sling those beads out. That's potentially what we do here. Okay, so let's 1 second. Okay, gotcha. Cool. This is vanilla Gas Town. Okay. Oh, okay, because all right, yeah. So called the bucket like something different. All right, that's fine. Because the bucket is global. All right, yeah, that's fine. Is this a vanilla Gas Town Jedi customers? This is vanilla. Like I'm just using it as is. All right. So this rate limit test, Is there a way to make an automated test for this? Sling to a polecat. All right, so we're deploying. So it deployed to my other account, the S3 bucket or whatever. So it is redeploying the Terraform state to the correct AWS account here. To create automate for instance swapping. Looking at patterns. Okay, cool. All right, let's see what our usage is. Probably not a lot. No. 6% usage. Oh, wait. Oh, we just reset. 30 minutes ago, we reset the usage, looks like. We're at 18% usage in total for the week. And it worked, but the shared infrastructure needs to be deployed first. Okay. You create. Okay, gotcha. Shared infrastructure been deployed. Is this a? This is a fresh account. Oh, yeah. I guess this is. Do we need RDS for this? I guess to like store the Supabase stuff. Not self-hosted RDS for PR deployments, we should need. The front end talks to Supabase directly. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, so it's. We just need S3. The front end talks to Supabase directly. Okay, gotcha. PR front end. So it's still using Supabase. See what this is doing. Splendid. All right, it's adding tests for that new feature that we have. But yeah, maybe since this is already kind of fucked, maybe I try to self-host Supabase. Maybe that's a good like middle ground. Using Docker Compose. Tell Gas Town to deploy K3s and Supabase Helm. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna need a run soon, but yeah, maybe I bit off a little bit more than I could chew for this session. Like I think I have a Supabase account. Yeah. What's this for? I don't think I even like do anything. Let's see, what is this doing? It's doing something. It's doing a Terraform apply for CloudFront. Okay, cool. So it's going to host the front end. And then it's still talking to Supabase on the back end. So, okay. Making progress. It'd be really nice to see something on the front end here and call it a win. That would be a nice win for the day, is to see that we deployed onto our own infrastructure this vibe coded Lovable app. Because I feel like we're going to be doing these. This is going to be an entire industry of migrating Lovable apps over to real infrastructure, or quote unquote real infrastructure. Okay, so applied, cool. Front end URL. Oh no. Oh, deploy front. Okay, now it's deploying. All right. Did it work? End tests. Okay. Let's take a look at the Gas Town. Where did this go? Gas Town's splendid. All right, it made a bunch of tests. Okay, cool. CloudFront caching validation. All right, guys. We gotta wait for this thing to run the tests against this. Running against this. Upload test results. 36 passed. Oh shit! Look at that! Mind blown! Look at that! This was on Lovable, but now it's on AWS. Oh my god! Boom! Look at that. W's in the chat. Dubs in the chat. Whatever. Oh. Oops. You guys can't see this. Thanks, not many doing this yet. So walking GT through the paces, lots to learn about here. So the back end, some shit's not working here, but I don't know. But anyways, this was we're gonna need to do a lot of this, like as an industry. Let me end on this. We're gonna need to, yeah, this is super interesting. Cool, sweet. Glad it could be interesting. We're gonna get a lot of like non-technical people vibe coding things, right? Individuals like by themselves, they're gonna figure out product market fit with their vibe coded app. Cost of code is going to go to zero. Cost of like people who have distribution, that's always the case. You have some cleanup. Yep, exactly. people who have distribution are going to be vibe coding apps. So like, yeah, there's going to be people who are like have big followings or whatever, post their Lovable link or whatever, and it's going to blow up, and they'll need to scale or whatever. They're going to have to hire somebody, like somebody on this this live stream. If you're watching this live stream, you're probably a pretty technical person. You're going to have to do something like this at some point. So, yeah, we're gonna have to like figure this out as an industry of how do we migrate these things, or they'll make it easy. Hopefully they probably won't make it easy, because like that's the point, right? They want you to stay on their platform. Sorry, I'm spacing here. Like it's early. But basically, we're gonna do a bunch of these migration jobs. Like this is gonna be relatively common soon. Whether that be like a random person on the internet hires you to do a job, or somebody at work, somebody in the oops. Sorry, that was my phone alarm reminded me to that I need to get off soon. But anyways, so somebody at work is going to ask you, hey DevOps person, I made this thing in Lovable, make it real. And the CEO is going to make a Lovable app, and now the developer are like, okay, now make this app like part of our infrastructure, and we're gonna have to do these different migration things. So yeah, I think this is going to be a common pattern, and if we can build this skill, or I don't know, maybe I make this training material or something, I don't know, who knows, like whatever this however this shakes out. But because each one is going to be like a little bit different and have all kinds of different considerations or whatever, yeah, this is going to be a thing to look out for in the future. So anyways, I'm going to shill at the end here. Please like and subscribe. We're growing, which is great. Please subscribe to the channel. We started at like 4:06 or something this morning, and now we're at 4:14. That's awesome. Let's keep it up. Appreciate you all being here. Please like the video. Helps get it out to more people. Also, Enterprise Vibe Code is where why can't I go on Enterprise Vibe Code? Oh, yeah. Oh, because it's www. I need to fix that. But Enterprise Vibe Code, I write about this stuff. It's if you like what you see in the live stream, I write about this stuff every week to kind of like condense my thoughts, and yeah, I send it out. I write it on Fridays and then send it out, kind of edit it and send it out over the weekend. Also post some content around it. So yeah, please check it out. I did my recent one on Agile for Agents. To be honest, like I'll probably do like Lovable to AWS migration. That's probably a good next one. Because yeah, I feel like, why is Cloudflare blocking that for me? This thing, the Enterprise Vibe Code, this link, I wonder why. I don't know. www.enterprisevibecode.com. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. Yeah, anybody else have anything? Oh, sorry, I had this like super small to. It's working for me. Can you like manually type in www.enterprise vibe code? Click the link. Yeah. Interesting. Not blocked for me. Huh. Molvav VPN. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Not sure. It's a Beehive. Like I don't host it myself. I use the Beehive newsletter site to host. So, anyways, we appreciate like and subscribe to the newsletter if you can. If Cloudflare's blocking you, then I don't know. try later. I'm not sure. Appreciate everybody being here. Any questions or anything else? Anybody have anything? We'll probably pick this up. I do want to. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for making it awesome. I do want to stream more. Like Monday, Wednesday is like when I for sure can do it. But I want to do something on Tuesday, Thursday. But like I train jujitsu Tuesday, Thursday mornings. Like I teach, so I can't really stream. Like unless it was like super early. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll do later in the day. But yeah, awesome. Thanks all for being here. I got to run. I've got a meeting soon. So yeah, appreciate y'all.